What do you feel when you see all of these folks out here that are just hoping for a better life here? What are you feeling when you come out here tonight?
Most of those people just want a life somewhere where they can have their kids, somewhere where they can do something with it. And a lot of our this caravan or this march, it's about having them an opportunity here in Mexico, not in the U.S. It feels like every time the only solution that the Mexican government give them, you stay here in the jail or you go straight to the border with the United States. And that shouldn't be, because there is laws here in Mexico, and everyone should be responsible. Mexico should be responsible with this immigration, and also Central America should be responsible. Also, there is a lot of countries on the back. They have Haitians that they can give them a paper, but they've been pushing them, like everybody pushed them to the U.S. And
so
it
are you
shouldn't
saying
be
they
that
should
way.
stay in Mexico and
They
work
should.
and be here?
They should if they want to, like everybody else. There is a lot of people that do not want the U.S. They want to stay in Mexico, but the Mexican government is not willing to give them, to honor his own laws, to give him the documents to be able to work, to have his kids at the school, to be able to do. We also, as Mexicans, have a responsibility, and I am just telling the Mexican government, that's why we're going to Mexico City, which is the heart of the laws. And we ask the senators to give them the papers, because Mexico has its laws and they have a right to, like, how do you say, the refugees, to honor his refugee, the asylum law. So that's all we ask in the Mexican government. We don't, if they want to go to the U.S., they will go at their will, at their own time, because most of them, they just says we can stay at this jail. So that's the only reason why we are going and marching to the capital, to have a document that they can work. Cities like Mexico City, they need a lot of labor. There's a lot of cities in Mexico that need labor. When they did last year, a lot of the people stayed in Mexico. They have families, they have businesses. You can see a lot of Haitians in Tijuana. They have their own restaurants. They open up. If you give them an opportunity to work, they'll contribute to the economy. And that's what we're trying to do with them.
But a lot of the migrants I've talked to, they want to go to the U.S. They want the American dream.
Yes.
So is the goal to go to Mexico City, or is it to keep going?
No, the goal is to go to Mexico City. When I speak to them, I can tell them where are we going and why are we going. The reason is, have you seen the city? How many people is packed here? I mean, a city should not be the whole center of all immigration, when the responsibility is in the country. And we're not going to go beyond Mexico, because I believe that Mexico has a responsibility as organized. And we're going to stay at a park, and we're going to ask the Mexican government, and we've been doing that. We've been lobbying with the Congress and with the Senate, because they have a responsibility to give them an opportunity to stay here.
Now, you got that protection order through the federal judge, right, for the caravan, but we know that immigration is saying they're still going to stop the caravan, right? So how do you feel about that, or do you anticipate violence tomorrow? What do you expect to happen?
I don't know. The violence is it's ever since they got here. There has been a violence, psychological violence, a warfare against them. A lot of times they tend to sleep on the streets. I mean, there's so much pain already on these people for months and months and months. And it doesn't matter. Mexican immigration doesn't honor any law. They just rip papers. They have no law. This government has, the only thing they did, ask me, how did 20 million people got to the northern border in less than 1 week?
How did 20 million people get to the northern border in less than 1
week? The
week?
government let them go. They had them here, and they decided to let them go. They not only, how have you traveled here in Mexico? How many roadblocks there are? I don't know why they're gonna be holding the migrants here, like holding cattle, and then they're gonna let them and send them back to the northern border. And that's one of the reasons. To me, it seems like the Mexico's got a responsibility to honor his laws of asylum. If they give him the papers now, right here, we'll stop but they're not willing to give the papers.
Okay.
And this is, we're not asking to go there. We're just asking for them to be able to work in Mexico, to give them some breathing room to feed their kids, to have something.
Hey, Neil,
So when
this
you
is
said-
basically a prison for the migrants, basically.
It is a prison. It is a prison. It's a city prison that is holding all the immigration migrants, and it's also helping to visualize what's happening with immigration. It's a crisis. For God's sakes, let's treat them as human beings and find a way that they can work, not just have them as undocumented and they can work and they can get out of the city. So I'm saying, honor your laws and give them the papers here in Mexico to work and stay here in Mexico.
Now, the other day
only solution shouldn't be to go to the northern border. That's not a solution.
So the other day, though, you said that you're ready for war. Is that a solution?
I said I am ready for war with the Mexican immigration because they beat you up, they beat up women, they beat up children, they do so much harm to our fabric, to our society, that it doesn't represent us. And we, with God on hands, we're saying we're ready with war with these people that are willing to beat up women. They have abortion in their hands. They are willing to kill people for what? To hold them here in the city for what? For some money that the United States is willing to give to the country? Of course. But I'm not saying, we're saying a war with God, a war with values, a war with our people, our needs, but not a war that we've never been violent. We never will be violent. We're just asking for an opportunity to live.
Now, we have seen some in the caravans, rocks being thrown, things being thrown at the law enforcement individuals. So what would you suggest that they do in response? Move aside, or what would you say? Because they have to do their job that they're being ordered to do too, right?
We need to do our part as human beings. And on this caravan, I'm asking them not to throw a rock, not to hit the officials. We are praying. We're not hitting anybody. We will find a way to find a solution, a sensible solution. This is a peaceful march. And if they're willing to beat us up, we'll see. You know, I trust God. I know I've been in Congress, I'm an American citizen, I'm telling you. We know one of my biggest heroes, Martin Luther King. One of my biggest, Cesar Chavez. There's a lot of people that I honor. I go on hunger strikes. I go and fast. I believe in God. This is what guides us. Most of our families.
Are you a dual citizen?
Yes, I am.
Citizenship
A dual
in Mexico
citizen
as well?
Yes, I
so
was born
that's why
here.
you are so passionate about helping folks that are in Mexico.
Yes, that's right. I'm passionate because I've been a migrant. I've been to these roads. I've seen what's happened to them. You don't think I have a heart every time I see this woman had an abortion because they beat it up in the stomach because they had it on the... Of course I do. And I don't know what's going to happen, but you know, I'm telling you, Mexico, the United States should honor their laws according to their laws. That's the only thing I'm doing. I'm trying to get Mexico to have him take the part of this problem with immigration. They should, if they want it. A lot of the Haitians, for example, they do not want to go to the United States because they fear that they might get deported. And they'd rather work here and have a family and have everything, but not in a city where there's no work, where they have to do that. And there's no solution.
What is your opinion, last question, what is your opinion of me, of the Biden administration saying that this is not a crisis? This is a humanitarian crisis and you know it. What is your opinion on that?
I think they're just on denial of their own fault. You know, they haven't been able to handle immigration. If I tell you the truth, I believe they at least with Donald Trump we knew what we had. With Biden, we don't know. He doesn't seem to have a clue what to do with immigration because he says one thing and does another. And then tell me something different that Joe Biden has done. He promised immigration reform, he hasn't done it. He promised he was gonna take care of the migrants of Assad, he hasn't done it. He keeps every single lie, resorting to every, I mean, it's Donald Trump 2.0. That's all.
Bueno, muchísimas gracias, Irineo. Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias, Irineo.